Hello, it's Nienke here from Nienks.com, and I'm just going to show you a little card I made with this free stamp set we got in the 10 Years of Growth paper pumpkin. I love the set and I just haven't had time to use it. I love the images. I wanted to use this leaf, and I probably will, but I haven't done it for this card. So this is my first play with this. And I was actually making cards for my daughter's school, for the teachers, for a teacher appreciation week, and I thought I'll just jump on and show you what I did. But this can be a very nice Mother's Day card too. So all I have here is just and the other thing I'm going to make is a little wrapper for a treat box, for a candy bar. So it's this little candy bar I just got from Aldi, and we're going to make a little wrapper and decorate this to hand out with the matching card for my daughters to hand out to their teachers at school for the end of the year. So this we will just put aside for now, and I have this piece for that. And then this is just your normal standard card base, 5.5 by 8.5, scored at 4 1/4. Then this was I think it was a while ago, celebration DSP that I have, and it is 5 1/4 by 2 1/4. So it has a little 1/8 of an inch border. So we're just going to adhere that, and then I'm going to use those 3 flowers of that image and do some watercoloring. I like to do the watercoloring. So first I'm just going to adhere this here. So as I said, you can do a card with the little candy bar for maybe a Mother's Day gift, or like I'm doing teacher appreciation. Now this is you can do real red or sweet sorbet, doesn't really matter. I like to go with the red. I wanted to do the red because the candy bar wrapper is red. There's different colors of those candy bar. This is the dark chocolate one, is the dark red. I think there's blue and green too, so you can change the color up as any way you like. And then I have a piece of vellum that is 2 7/8 by 5. The reason why it's 2 7/8 is I have this pack of vellum that's also now been retired, and it has clear vellum, and I just cut one piece in half. That's why I got that measurement. So 2 7/8 by 5. And I'm just going to use just a piece of tear and tape, because we're going to cover up the center. I'm going to put my focal image right there. I'm just going to put it right here in the middle. And the tear and tape, we will cover that up anyway. So if you don't want the vellum, you just need the adhesive to be where something is going to cover it up to, and not don't stick down yet. You don't want the adhesive to show through. There we go. I'm just making sure that it's centered top to bottom and then left to right. I just use the little scallops from the die cut. Oh, and I think this is Stitch So Sweetly dies that I'm still using. They're also retired. I'm using mostly retired stuff, so if you have that, then you can use it, or just substitute with any other thing, or just cut it. You can emboss that piece. It doesn't really matter. Okay, so now let's quickly do some stamping. So that's the basic part of the card done. I'm going to just bring in a scrap piece and my stamp mat, because this is a photopolymer stamp. I've got that black DSP. So I'm just going to stamp my images in black. Now I'm going to stamp twice because I am going to do the wrapper as well. So let's just move that out of the way and make sure this is inked up very well. Just stamp it once over here. Can I get the other one in there? No, let's do it down here. And add one more. Oh, let's do it over this side. I think it's using better paper here. So that's the flower image. Where is my chamois? Grab my chamois and wipe this off. I don't want black ink everywhere. And then this is the pot for the plant, and I just want to may have space for my sentiment too. So let's see. Doesn't really matter. I'm sure I have some. Let's do the sentiment first. Just want to make sure that I'm using this. It's from a stamp set of a while ago, Fancy Phrases, and it just says a little something just for you. You can use whichever stamp set you want. And I'm just going to fussy cut all of this. There we go. I thought my piece of scrap was big enough, but it doesn't seem like it was. I'll just I have some other white scraps lying around. There we go. Let's wipe this. And then I just have some other scraps lying around that I'm going to stamp my pots on. I'm sure these will fit. Let's see. Yeah. And then we'll just do this is a very quick and easy fussy cut. There's really not much to it. I always leave these little scraps just lying around my desk. I know it's not very tidy, but you always need something. And then these are, I have two stamps on here because I'm busy with another project. There's these little dots that was in the kit too, and I just want to stamp that at the top of the pot for just a little texture element. Isn't that fun? I love that. So I'm going to put that there. There we go. Close this up because I think we're done with all of the stamping. And now we're going to do some watercoloring. Just make sure I have all of the black off. Now, a color that I thought would work well with this DSP that's a bit earthy, is gray granite. So I'm going to just watercolor the flower pot and then the leaves of the flower in gray granite. I know that may sound funny, but I didn't want to bring in another color. I wanted to stick with that color palette. So I don't have a stamp, a big stamp and pad. That's the word we're looking for. So I don't have a big stamp and pad. So I'm just using a block, and I'm going to drop a drop of re-inker right on there, and then I'm just going to pick the ink up from my block with a water brush, and I'm just going to add a little bit of water up here, and then add some into my ink so that it is the correct consistency that I want. And I'm just going to start at the bottom because I want the bottom to be darker, and then go to the top. Oh, I need a little bit more water, I think. Now this is not watercolor paper or anything. It is just normal basic white, and I feel like it gives it a very earthen, earthen vessel feel, and I don't need it to be 100% blending in or something. We just want some, it's actually creating, I feel, a bit of texture too as it soaks up into this paper. So I like the look of that. So it looks like there's some some shadow, and then some a darker spot at the bottom. I'll just do the other one as well. I might speed it up. So there we go, that's the 2 potted plants there. And now I'm just going to do the leaves of the flowers, also with gray granite. And again, I don't mind going out of the lines, having darker parts or lighter parts. It's a watercolor feeling I want. I'm going to do just the leaves. And then I might go in with just, you know, a little bit of darker color for some shading when I am done putting the main color down. And as you can see, this is not taking a long time. It's very, very quick. And because you're doing the watercoloring, it already has that darker and lighter shades. So you don't need to worry about blending or anything like that. It just does it by itself. And you can always go in with it if you feel that there's a spot that needs more or less. And I don't mind if there's a piece that's not colored or anything like that. Okay, that is the gray granite done. Another color that you could also try is maybe the basic gray. That will be more not as earthy, but more like a lighter shade of the black. If you didn't want the earthy color, I like the earthy part. Okay, then I have real red, and I'm just going to do the flowers exactly the same way. Add a little bit of water right here, pick up some ink, and then do the same thing with the flowers. I'm going to start at the middle because I want the middle to be darker, and then move out. If it's easier for you to turn your paper rather than your hand, do that. And then as you move to the outside of the petal, it will get lighter as you run out of ink on your brush. Other thing is you can always put color, you can always add color, you can never take color away. So go in light and then add as you feel you need. So just going to do this one, and then I will speed the other one up again. So that is all the watercoloring done. It is really quick, like you see, not a lot to do there. I'm just quickly cleaning off my water brush by squeezing some water onto my chamois while I wipe the tip. Like you can see, it will stain after a while, but that doesn't make a difference as long as you make sure that you have all the ink off. Okay, now I'm just going to do some quick fussy cutting. This is really easy. You just try and keep the hand with the scissors still, move your other hand, guide the paper into the scissors instead of trying to navigate the scissors around the paper. Again, it's very easy, basic straight lines here. It doesn't take a lot of time at all, and it also does not need to be perfect. Here we go. Just want to clean up this corner and clean up this corner. I'm not sure what happened there, I'll say. Now what I'm going to do with the sentiment is I'm just going to make straight edges here and then just fussy cut around the rest. Let's start with this one. So like I said, close to my sentiment, straight down, close to my sentiment straight across, and then from here I'm just going to fussy cut that around the lid. Like now here you can see that this corner is banging into my hand, so I'm struggling to navigate that piece around the paper. So what I do is just the smaller your piece of paper is, the easier it will be to fussy cut, because now I have nothing hindering the paper moving freely, and that makes it way easier. Whoops. Way easier to fussy cut. Ideally, you didn't want to stay away from the actual stamp piece. You can even make your white borders wider instead of thinner. I just went into that one a bit close down there. And now this one I'm moving down and then just going to go straight again. So there we go, that's the one. And then I'm going to do a flower for you, and then I'll just do the rest off camera. Okay, so I'm back. I just quickly fussy cut this one. Like you can see here, I didn't even cut into it like I did with the first one, and it is absolutely fine. Now we're just going to take our card base, pop some dimensionals on the back. Just going to add 1, 2, 3 here. 1 right here on the edge of the sentiment, because that part is going to overlap, and then I'm just going to stick a little teeny tiny piece on this little U, and then just 1, 2, 3, I think, right there. Okay, this card is coming together nice and quickly. I want to have this right here in the middle like that, and then we're going to put our flowers in just like this. See, now I'm just covering my adhesive there, so you won't see that at all. We're going to add some liquid glue to this edge, take off these backings, and just add it to the card, I think right about there. That's a nice spot, and then I'm just sticking it down to that part. You know what, I actually want a dimensional right under there. So I'm grabbing it with my take your pick tool. Just want to get this both sides off, both of the backings off. Come on, there we go. And then I just scooch it under like so. There we go. That is better. Now it's not sagging there. And then I want to use some of this Pearlized Enamel Effects Basic White. Now we know in our new catalog, I don't know if you're supposed to shake this, but we'll just shake it anyway. I always feel like stuff that comes in a little bottle like this needs to be shaken. We now have new colors. So the first pack came in the black. Let me see if I can find it for you. Now either one of these colors can work. And this is the black, that'll look perfect on there. There's a red, that will look nice too. The red sometimes dry. Oh no, it doesn't. Wait, I have a little, I made myself a little sample when I got it. So it looks, when it dries, it looks exactly like that. Now this I let dry overnight, which I will do with this as well before you want to mess with it. So either one of these colors will look perfect on this card. I'm going to go with the white because it's like a pearly color, I feel. So, and oh, and what I was saying is the new ones is gold, bronze, and wait, it's probably gold, silver, and then bronze. We can actually check. Hold on. let's quickly see. I have the catalog right here because I'm excited to get that. I think I'm let's see if we can find this quickly. Where will it be? Oh, not here. Oh, I love these. Those are absolutely beautiful. Here they are. Okay, so this is the one. So the metallic one is copper, gold, and silver. And the pearlized one is black, real red, and white. This is the ones I have. But isn't that so pretty? So definitely we'll get that in future. Now, because I usually do 1 or 2 or 3, but because this is this liquid, you can go a bit overboard, I think. So let's put a sort of a big-ish. Now I hope I remember how to do this. Is you want to let it come out and then lift up so that you have, and then you can just tap it down a little bit. So a big-ish one, and then I want a littler a smaller dot just there. That looks nice. If you tap it a bit, you get rid of that little tip. Now I don't want to stick my finger in that or my hand in there. I should have done this side first. And let's do a little spot right here too. Oh, stick. Doesn't the vellum is lifting it up a little bit. It should be fine. And then let's do another little one right here. And I'm going to do a bigger one here. Now that's, here we go. Oh yes, I like it. So the fun thing with this is you can do more. Isn't that so cute? I love it. You can even put some more up here, and then if you like the black would look nice too. Okay, so that is the card. Now let's quickly decorate. I'm going to put this way off to the side so that I don't accidentally put something in there. Okay, now this is it's the mini chocolate bar that I told you I got from Aldi, and this is just a piece of that same DSP. It's just a striped one, and it's 4 7/8 by 4. The reason why I cut it 4 7/8 is then I could get 3 of these 4 7/8 by 4 out of a 12 by 12, and then another 3, so 6, plus then the strip along the side will match this size 4 1/4 by 5, so you can get 2 strips out of there. It's just to maximize the paper usage. Okay, so what I like to do is I'm going to turn this over and add a piece of tear and tape straight down this side. I find that this is the easiest way to do it. And then you want the recipient to just be able to slide the candy bar out without, you know, messing up the nice decoration if they so prefer. So I'm going to remove the backing, and then I have my sticky on this side, and then instead of scoring, I just place it straight and then fold, because then you know you're going to get a snug fit without. So I'm just focusing on having these edges meet up, and then just press it down. Without the cord, what I was saying is I have a snug fit without it slipping out, but you can move the candy bar out, but it won't just fall out. Okay, so there we go. So that is totally covered. I like the little red peeking out the edges there. And now, oh, I don't have to stamp 2 sentiments. Never mind, I'm not putting a sentiment on this one. So now I'm just going to pop this up, but I think I'm going to put that in a little bit lower, like so. Do we want to pop this up or just stick it down flat. I think I'll pop it up. Now you could put a little sentiment here saying for you or thank you or something. I'm not going to do this. And here I'm not going to put a lot of the main. Oh, you know what? I could actually do this. Let's do this. I'm just going to do that. Then I add here the two together. Anyway, there we go. Actually, I only need one there, but that's fine. One up here, one up here, and one down there. There we go. Remove these backings, and that is the little treat that goes with this all done. So that's really a quick and easy one, I feel. Let's get that straight. Here we go. So this is all. If you want, you can put some more enamel dots right there. I think that's cute, and it's a quick project. So here is what we did today. Thank you for joining me. If you like the video, I would love for you to hit the little like button and then subscribe to see more of my card making videos. So happy Mother's Day to all the mothers out there, and I will just see you in the next one. Bye-bye.